Welcome to the show. What is up, Mr. King?
How are you doing, Ron?
Busy as hell, but other than that, fantastic. How are you?
About the same. Very busy and cahoots with a lot of things inside and outside the ring.
Oh, there we go. Man, I go from one show to the other, but it was I had everything planned for one evening, so it is what it is. Man, it's dinner time where you are, isn't it?
Yeah, 5 o'clock. Actually, I
Right.
just got back into the company supplied condo about 30 minutes ago. Was trying to tie up some loose ends before this podcast.
Oh, very good. A couple of comments chimed in. Chris Burton says, "Damn, pulling double duty." I see, dude. I am always on. If you haven't noticed, I am everywhere, and I am on everything.
Good old
Kind of
Mr.
weird.
Burton.
All right, and then I know this lady, and
Number
it
one
is.
fan.
Yep, that is your biggest fan. That's right. Oh man. So what is going on?
What is going on? Well,
Yeah.
where do you want to start? I mean, we can go back to the last AWL show, 52 Reasons, where we debuted Frost and Furious at the contract signing. So they are working in Georgia and North Carolina because, Luke is the first member of the King Enterprises Junior Division, which means he's under 18 years of age, which means he cannot work in South Carolina. So,
in some cases, it's probably a good thing. It protects him from some of these weird ass people.
Yeah, there's people who out in the wrestling business, believe it or not, who don't care about their workers and just want to milk people for whatever they can, have no plans for injuries or taking care of their people. So that's one of the benefits that of the commission is they kind of help weed that out. And there's also people who unfortunately like younger boys, and so you kind of want to protect people from the predators out there as well.
Oh, I agree. And there are so many. For every good person, it sucks to say that there's probably 3 to 5 trash people. But for the most part, I mean, you navigate the waters as best you can, and you end up dealing with the right people.
Absolutely. And I've said this before, and I always say it. It's everybody has to start somewhere,
Right.
And your job as a human is to understand where you are, kind of learn where you want to be, and then take the actions to get there and not just stay in that same pool that you're born into. So that applies to every aspect of life, and especially with wrestlers. If you got started and trained with promotion X, that's great. If it's a great promotion, that bully for you, you got a good jump on things. But I think the great promotions will still tell you to explore other things and become more worldly and to better understand the other sides of wrestling outside of their promotion. So,
right now, that was weird. He'll be back in just a minute. I'll catch up on comments while he does that. And to kind of tag into what he said, you're not going to know a great promotion if you haven't worked for some shitty ones. Actually, here he is now. So I'll repeat what I just said. You're not going to know a great promotion if you don't work for some bad shows. You don't do a bad show. You're not going to go know a great show.
Absolutely. I mean, everything is relative, right?
Right.
When I first started, it was with AJ Frost, and the very first weekend before I was even working, I partnered up with him, and we went to 2 shows in one day. He was working at both of them. So I got the opportunity to see 2 different promotions before I ever got into the business and understand that they're not all the same and they have a very distinct personalities amongst themselves.
Right. Go ahead and catch up on comments. See here, we got James Roberts said, "Hello, Mr. King." Let's see here. Scott Larson. Michael King is one of the greatest minds in wrestling. Keep up the good work. Man, it's good to see Scott Larson on here.
I like Scott. I've always enjoyed what he's done for indie wrestling out here.
100%. A lot of people have hated on the guy in time, and there's no reason for it. He's done nothing to hurt anybody. He has promoted shows, he has promoted talent, and he has busted his ass for over 500 episodes. When people mention Scott Larson's name, they need to be sure they put respect on it.
Absolutely. And, for Scott, I haven't been in this business for 23 years like AJ Frost, but I have learned that people get mad if you mention their name, and they get more mad if you don't. So there's no getting around that. And so I don't disrespect anybody. I also want to say, hey, James Roberts, he's one of the people I worked with early on in wrestling as well. So I owe him some respect on giving me opportunities and education.
Very good. Let's see here. Gary Benfield said, "Preach."
Oh, I can do that. I can do that.
Oh, that we know. Yeah, but your sermons don't always go over real well. Jesus. Let's see here. Love King Enterprises so much. It's my favorite people. Yes.
It's because they're the best people in the business.
Hi there. I hope you're both doing well. We are Facebook user. So normally on these things, you got to do this thing where you need to go and clicky a button for StreamYard, and it'll let you show your name out there to us so we know who we're talking to. So Facebook user, you can do that for me. Let's see here. Is Zay Vega still in King Enterprises? No, Zay Vega has not returned to the family.
He has not. There is an open invitation. He still is exploring and doing his thing. We're still hoping to get that reconciled.
Right. Gary Benfield said, "Scott, hit me up. I got a plan." The fact that Gary Benfield has a plan terrifies me. Now, Gary's a great guy. Love working with the man. Can't wait for the August show. I'll be sure to talk more about that when we get to the indie show on Thursday. This is the King Enterprises show today. So trying to focus on the KE stuff. Michael King is the best manager in King Enterprises for the team ever. Well, he's the only manager for the team, right? So yeah. yes, by proxy, you are correct.
I think what she really wants to say is that I am the best manager ever in independent wrestling. I think that's really what she wants to say.
There you go. Let's see here. James Roberts said, "Anytime, bud, the door is always open to you, and inbox is always anytime." Michael King, how's everything going? Said Corey Fortenberry.
So Corey Fortenberry, a.k.a. Jackson Cage, he's a little bit of a thorn in our side right now, but I've got my eye on him. He's got a target of some variety upon his person.
I mean, when you stick your nose in enterprise business, Enterprise is going to handle business.
Absolutely. That's what we do. If it takes one person to take care of business and we have 4 people, we might just use 4 people anyway. So Ron White had this comedy thing about getting thrown out of a bar in New York. And he said he didn't know how many bouncers it was going to take to kick his ass, but he did know how many they were going to use. And I kind of adopt that philosophy.
Right. And that makes total sense. It's also a good mentality. So let's see here.
So I guess we start off with Frost and Furious.
Yep.
And so we have them added to our website. So we have a website, the-ke.com is our website. Feel free to take a look at it. See the members of our team, get little bios on them, who their heroes are, links to where you can see their videos and social media, and posters where they're going to be, so you can go to the promotions that they'll be working at in the near future. So definitely take a look at that, so you can see where you can see Luca Daniels, Frost and Furious, Brino Royce, maybe even myself from time to time. But I don't go anywhere without my team unless I'm scouting another promotion to bring my team to.
Right. Now, have you been in attendance on any shows on the West Coast since you've been out?
I have not yet. There is a promotion out in Spokane, which is about 3 hours away from me, and then another promotion in Seattle, which is about 3 hours away from me. So it's been a little bit difficult. I have started talking with the one in Spokane, and I'm actually going out to a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dojo this week to meet with them about maybe starting something in the central Washington area, in between Seattle and Spokane.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, there's a 70% Hispanic population out here, so Lucha Libre is alive and well. There's a lot of opportunity for that style.
Well, I mean, yeah, they came. They just went right up the coast. They got they took the 405 once they crossed the Panama Canal.
Well, so Wenatchee, Washington, it used to be the #1 apple producing city in America. So there's a lot of orchards out here: apples, peaches, apricots, whatever. All right, the whole gamut. Grapes for wine, that type of thing. A lot of wineries. So there is a very high migrant worker population out here. I'm looking to that. I've talked with a couple of the people that run some of these orchards about the seasons, because if we do something, it actually might just be seasonal with the growing season when the population is at its highest.
That would be pretty cool. Let's see here. Gonna catch up on comments. Appreciate it a lot, King. She was grateful for you being there for her and James. Let's see here. Gary Benfield said, "Let's bring our own to where you're at." Hey man, look here. Look, our sponsorship is definitely going to be needed to cover that travel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not going across the country to a side of the country I don't care to go back to for a hot dog and a handshake. I don't do these things.
But maybe we'll just partner up with an airline, and we'll just have them sponsor and provide the travel for our guys. What do you think?
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you may as well get Starbucks to sponsor it too, while you're at it. Bill Hazelwood chimed in to say, "Michael King, world traveler."
That actually, there's truth to that. I've been all over. I've been to the Middle East. I've been to the Mediterranean, Italy 5 times, Spain, Portugal, everywhere. So yeah, I am a world traveler.
All right. Speaking of traveling, this weekend, if you don't know, now you know, because a lot of people are going to be traveling to the Gathering. T-Mart presents the Gathering 3 in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's going to be a good time. There's something like 85 legends of professional wrestling. Several Hall of Famers are going to be there.
So
Nick
Aldis
Aldis
is going to be going there on Saturday, and then he's cruising on up to Boogie Woogie Man's birthday bash afterwards.
Oh, that's cool. So now I'll be there Saturday, and then I'm going to Pro Wrestling Savage with Brino on Sunday.
Perfect. That's going to be a great show, Pro Wrestling Savage.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking to people. Last time they failed to put Brino on the poster. They had some inclement weather. Again, Brino's not on the poster, so watch out for the weather because the gods don't like it when Brino's not on the poster.
The cool thing is this show's indoors, so the weather
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
matter. Yeah.
All right, so something else would go wrong. I got it. I see. Just
Electrical
put Brino on the
failure this
poster
time.
if you want a smooth event because Brino himself is smooth.
There you go. Bill Hazelwood chimed in to say, it's hard to hide big money.
Why would you want to? Why would you want to? It's just like people say, oh, you're going over this place, you get in a hotel. It's like, no, I'm getting a house. Well, the house costs more. Yeah, but it's better. But it costs more. Yeah, but it's better. So
it's secluded.
Exactly. It's private.
Right.
I don't have to hear people on the other side of the walls unless they're my own people. So
the last hotel I stayed in, I can gratefully say I didn't hear anybody else while we were in there. So I'm. It depends on the hotel you stay at. Now, Bill Hazelwood also said, I heard The Gathering has a really shit announcer. That's not true. I'm not doing it.
It's the shit announcer.
Oh, the shit.
Yeah.
Has the shit for an announcer. Got it. Gavin Tyler chimed in, Mr. King.
Mr. Tyler. Got my eye on him too. Let's talk about Gavin real quick. My thoughts on him. I mean, it's a little divergent from King Enterprises, but I'm looking at him. I'm watching him. I haven't seen too much of him in ring, but you could learn a lot about a person's in-ring potential based on the work they do outside the ring. And I have to admit, at 52 Reasons, I was very pleased and impressed with Gavin Tyler on the work that he did before the show, the day before the show, during the show, and after the show. So that attitude is everything. All right. Attitude is the single most important factor between success and failure. And so that attitude right there and the work that he's willing to put in tells me that he has a really good shot in his future.
Oh, I agree. Definitely. Definitely agree. He just needs to drink more water.
Absolutely. And it's good because now Gavin has a lack of water story, just like my man Luke Fury has a lack of water story. So they're going on the same paths there. What I've learned is teenagers don't know how to take care of themselves and they need adult supervision.
Yeah. I mean, it happens though. It happens to everybody, man. I'm sure it's happened to me. I had heat exhaustion and I was drinking water constantly.
So
this is filled with Gatorade because of the grill. I was outside on the grill earlier. It was hot as hell. So I came in here and pounded Gatorade.
Oh, we've had 109 degrees last week and it's only in the high 90s this week. But yeah, I've been on the grill during that. I understand.
Yep. You can keep it. Send me back to the breeze. Okay, send me back to the breeze.
So you want an exclusive?
Yeah, let's go with an exclusive, and then we'll add another comment.
All right. So, as you know, we had a little bit of a promotion for a King Enterprise backpack, right?
Right.
So, the rule was I put this all on Luke Childers, Chris Thunder Anderson's son. He does some announcing and he probably watches you and learns from you, to be honest with you.
No, he doesn't. Oh, no. I cuss too much. They don't watch me.
Oh, I know they watch you, but they probably weed that out of them. But anyway, so I told him that if he got 10 people to do a promo, I would give him a backpack for his efforts. And the deadline was August 1st.
Okay.
And we have 9 eligible promos.
No.
So Luke, sorry, you're not eligible for a free backpack. And now, also, I looked at all of the promos. I've watched them. I've talked with my team, and the winner of the backpack, based on the performance in the promos, is AJ Frost.
Okay.
So AJ
He
Frost,
cut a
congratulations.
congratulations.
Right now, you had to get called. You got called away, but congratulations, you win the backpack.
He cut a promo on his own team and won a backpack.
He cut a promo for his team and won a backpack.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. We're gonna catch up. Gary Benfield was laughing about that. Bill Hazelwood said, "I heard the Saint might be doing a podcast from the gathering." That's true. Yeah, that'll be happening. I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be a good time.
So,
keeping it in the house, I see how it is. Hey, man, how else do you make money grow?
Hey, you know what? If everybody had the opportunity, we put it out there. Do the work, you can win. All right. So there's nothing dirty or underhanded. We just went out there. We listened to them. We listened to all of them multiple times. And, sorry, just there was nobody out there that can promo better than AJ Frost.
I'm surprised at that too, because I heard one of the promos that was sent. Well, it was sent to me. It wasn't sent. I don't know if they ever submitted it. Let me find out real quick. Hold on. Give me a minute. You ever? There we go. I'll send this text and we'll find out if we get an answer. Because if they're watching, they haven't commented. But if not, I should know. I'll watch the viewer count will all of a sudden go ting when I send that message. I'll know. I'll know that they got my message then. Let's see here. Gary Benfield said, "I beg to differ." Hey man, look, I don't know. What do I know, right? I'm just a guy. Either way, yeah, AJ Frost got called away. It was actually his idea. We had talked about it at 52 Reasons, and I wanted to hang out and chat with him later on in the show. But they ended up leaving early, which was okay because we all sat around after 52 Reasons and smoked cigars and shot the breeze. That was something that needs to happen religiously, in my opinion. When you can get great minds together who like to sit down and just shoot the shit and develop ideas and plans, there was so much good that came out of that.
That 1 hour after the show that turned into 3 hours of cigars and drinks and discussion was awesome for me, since I'm not an in-ring person. That was one of the most entertaining times in the wrestling industry for me. Was that time after the show was over, being able to talk with various people, share ideas, share stories, work on future plans. It was great.
Right. Yeah, there was a lot to it, and thank you for not cheesing too much into it, because there's a lot of stuff out there that people will just have to stay tuned to find out. They won't know it beyond that. Oh man, would you believe that there's actually a picture of it? I didn't know that there was a picture of this. There is actually a picture of this. Hold on. Thank you to I'm not going to mention names. Thank you for the picture. I greatly appreciate that.
You putting it up there, or are we?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, they sent it to me. I got to download it and then open it privately.
Oh, all right.
I'm not going to stooge off who gave me the. You never stooge things off, man. That's terrible.
Yeah.
There's a great picture of this. Check this out. And I will I'll send you a copy. I greatly
All right.
appreciate this, but check this out. You can see us in the back right there. You got Cam, Timothy Godfrey, Braden Marshall, myself, Gavin in the back, Michael King looking at his phone.
I was messaging.
Yeah, thankfully we can't read what you're typing there.
Yeah, or who is too.
Yeah.
When you have a wife, a girlfriend, a side piece, a servant, and somebody else, you can't let too many things get out there all at once.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Yeah, and tell her now, don't come after me for that because I don't know anything about it. I wash away. Look, that's why they call me the saint. Wash away my iniquities and cleanse me of my sins. Okay, that's how that goes. Good grief. But yeah, like I say, I wish AJ could have stuck around. It'd been great to have been able to have a conversation with him.
Believe it or not,
further,
AJ is actually kind of shy.
Man.
So he definitely has, when he's performing, he is out there guns a blazing, but when it's off time, he is more of a keep to himself. I was surprised that he was like excited about doing this show, because I was like, dude, you've never done a podcast, because he doesn't like to, to him, this is vulnerable. All right. And so he gets into his head a little bit. What are they going to talk about? I only have about like 3 minutes of things to talk about. And I'm like, dude, AJ, you have 23 years in the business. You are very respected. I mean, if you go back to the promos for the backpack thing, Cole Maccabee promoted on us and tried to chop us down. But when it came to AJ, he had nothing negative to say. And that's coming from Cole Maccabee, who can promo pretty darn good. I mean, not as good as AJ, but pretty darn good. And yeah, Cole had nothing on AJ. So I'll push AJ. We'll put some training wheels on him. Maybe get 2 of our team members with him and put them on all together, and then treat him nice.
Well, see, that's the other thing with AJ. I understand that AJ Frost himself has had a very, very long career, 23 years. And him and I had this conversation while we were there. And I told him, I'm fine with whatever you want to lay out there. Because you're telling me that the AJ Frost a lot of these people know is not the same man standing before me. That's what he said. He goes, the AJ Frost you hear about is not the same one you're talking to.
Oh, he's very true.
He's evolved in 23 years. And I said, dude, I can tell a difference between when I met you and now. He goes, really? I'm like, yeah, you're sharper. He's sharp now. I don't know if it was anything going on back then. I have no idea. But now, when I talk to him, he's like, you can see everything's firing on all cylinders. And it's like that fire is ignited in him, and he's ready to go.
Absolutely. Still a line from Friday Night Lights. What he's got really going on right now is clear eyes, full heart. That's what's going on.
Okay. Let's see here. Bill Hazelwood said, wow, I might jump on this promo boat. Of course, it won't be fair. I'm that good. Well, the promo contest ended yesterday, so you're a day late and $1 short. Well, in this case, you're a day late and a book bag short, Bill Hazelwood. So there's that. Gary Benfield said, you're right. In the day of HVW having our own arena, we would spend hours after the show every week planning.
And I think he's going back to that after the AWL 52 Reasons. I think that's what that comment was geared towards.
Right.
I think we should do that after every show.
I'm down, but I'm not going to be the only one bringing cigars.
Okay, that's fair. We'll invite. I know a guy. We'll invite him. He can bring the cigars for everybody.
Oh man, I went to a place over here. I'm not going to advertise for him yet. Keyword being yet. But I went to a place over there off of Reedville Road in Spartanburg, and you know, I bought everything I could need for the show. I got to do that again this coming weekend. And so I'm gonna go check out. He's got 2 locations, one of which is in Boiling Springs. So I'm gonna be checking out his Boiling Springs location next. I'll tell you about it off air, so you'll know where I'm talking about.
Well, I will be back in Boiling Springs, South Carolina. The confirmed date right now is going to be the week of October 8th. So another exclusive. I will be back in town that week. I'd love to get together with you. There is a place in Greer, a tap room, if you will, at the, gosh, I forget the name of
it's over there by the railroad.
Yeah. There's a place over there. I
worked on that bar, I think.
I'm trying to talk with the owner. He owes me a call, but when I was talking with him the last time I was there, he said he would let us stay when everything is closed so we could use the space. But I think we can go out there and hang out there and maybe go live just for fun, and talk wrestling, talk TV shows, movies, sports, whatever. Just kind of have a guy's night out, and we'll just stream it live and answer questions.
Well, the only thing with talking sports is unless you guys watch hockey, I'm kind of the odd person out, man. We're in the South and nobody likes hockey down here.
I love hockey. I don't watch a lot of it because I'm in the South, but in the 80s, I was a Blackhawks fan, primarily because my sister was an Islanders fan, so I had to choose a team that she hated. But yeah, that's definitely something I'd like to do, is get together and just kind of do like it'd be fun just to do a post-game show from the wrestling event and that type of thing.
Right. I was actually a Red Wings fan when I first started watching, because I started watching and I was like, whoever wins this game, that's who I'm going to root for. And it was Detroit, and it was in the middle of their dynasty era.
Oh.
Yeah. So that explains that. Then after I think 2 or 3 shutdowns that happened with the hockey league, when they opened back up, I was like, man, I'm going to root for the Caps. And that was right when Washington got Alex Ovechkin. And, it's been the great 8 show ever since, man. But let's catch up on some more comments here. Tim Enlow said, greetings. How you doing? That's Enlow Entertainment. I got more work to deal with on this guy too. I got to deal with him, but that's Tim outside Enlow. Of this.
So the first time I met Tim, Brino, AJ, and myself, we had left APW to work elsewhere, and we decided to go and watch. And so, bought tickets, went in, sat in the front row, and we watched. And me, I'm always in gimmick. I'm always wearing the suit when I go out. And Tim Enlow was there taking pictures. And I was like, this is weird. I've never seen this guy. And I never knew that APW hired photographers before. So this is something different. And then he came over and he saw us and he looked at us and he was like, hey, am I supposed to be taking pictures of you guys? And we're like, we're not part of the show, but go for it.
Yeah. See here, Gary Benfield said the good old days. Yeah, man. But see, the good days can return. It all depends on who you surround yourself with. Luke Fury said, what's up, guys? Sorry I couldn't make it at dinner right now. Well, dude, it's 8:30 and you're eating dinner? That's crazy. Um, Bill Hazelwood said, AJ Frost gets it. It's hard to beat experience. Yes, it is. And then Bill Hazelwood said, wake up, Ron. There will be more contests. Of course, there's always going to be something new. And this is the Twitter age. This is the TikTok age and Reels age where every 15 seconds there's another video of something to watch. There's this world has the attention span of a freaking gnat.
So what should the next contest be? So the idea of the backpack was kind of a get it in time to go back to school. So we ended it at August 1st, taking this week to look at videos, and then to notify the winner and get the backpack to them. So what's the next contest and what should it be?
All right, how about an art contest where they draw logos for the wrestlers or you yourself for the whole KE? Make it in time. Put the deadline on it around Black Friday. Right there at Thanksgiving time, and the winner gets a gift certificate to the King Enterprises store to use to make somebody's Christmas really truly merry.
Well, that's one idea. Let's solicit others.
Yeah, I'm just spitballing.
If you have any ideas for the next King Enterprises contest, please message our consigliere, Ron Emerson, and he will compile them and get them to me because we're on his show. Well, I didn't just call and told you, though. I would never do that.
Yeah, it is what it is. Gary said it's hard when you have to break everything down. Yeah, but when the breakdown's over and you can sit down and smoke, you sit down and smoke one. That's kind of what we do. Tim Enlow said, put the cigars on Brino's tab. That's an idea.
Oh, well, Brino just backcharged me. I know how that works.
That are his sponsors.
Yeah.
Luke Fury said, it's going to be great to see you, Mike.
I am looking forward to the opportunity to walk to the ring for the very first time with Frost and Furious. And not even to be a participant, just to walk and be able to introduce them for that first time. I'm very excited for that opportunity.
That is cool. Cole Maccabee is here. He said, hey, you told me to bring the promo, but it was all in fun. I don't get the promo anymore, so it's nice to see that you thought it was pretty good.
It was pretty good, but, good is the enemy of great. And what do we strive for? Do we strive to be good or do we strive to be great?
Strive for greatness.
Exactly. So come on, Cole. You've got a bathroom and your wife's hairbrush. You can work on your promos.
Gary Benfield said, Mr. Michael King, Ghazi says hi. He's sorry he can't comment on himself. He's in Facebook jail.
Ghazi, I've talked with him. I know he worked with a bit of an injury not too long ago, and he's taking some time to recuperate. But he's another guy I'm scouting right now. I'm scouting a lot of people. So let's talk about King Enterprises and what we are. So King Enterprises, I think of us as a talent management company and a merchandise company. All right. Within King Enterprises, we do have a team. I mean, that's the foundation of King Enterprises was the team with, AJ Frost, Brino Royce, Luca Daniels, and Luke Fury. Luke and Luca, it just kind of throws me off still. I'm still working on that. And, we had right. Chris James and Squeaks Clown. But yeah, we started out as a team, I guess a faction in the wrestling world, if you want to call it that.
Right.
A family is really what we developed into. So we're going to hold on to that. But I do look for other people just to wear my brand as a marketing tool. To sell more merchandise.
Right. I mean, this is a very sharp shirt right here, It's a
Yeah, I gotta get
fantastic
I
shirt.
gotta get you another one actually with the new logo. So you've got that
Okay.
one. I need to get you the new King Enterprise logo as you have up there as well. And then we also gave you that gift that has really nothing to do with us, except the logo on the back, of course.
Yeah. Well, it still was an awesome gift. I wore this one because I was on another podcast right before I came on this one, and I didn't need to answer a bunch of questions about that randomly throughout the show. So, but even some of the people there knew the shirt. They knew the name. They knew the logo. They knew who you were.
Oh, good, good.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for.
Oh,
If they
definitely.
know me, then they know my team.
Oh, they do. They know you from wrestling in Georgia. They know you
Yep.
from Georgia. So we'll go with that. Let's catch up on this. Um, Luke Fury said that's why Frost and Furious is up next. All right, so you can't use the up next logo. That's already been used. Up next has already been taken by somebody, so we can't say up next, Mr. Fury. Hey, look, that's me thinking ahead for marketing. Okay. Timothy Godfrey said, "Howdy, y'all. What's up, Tim? Fantastic referee. If you don't know, book him." And that's all I need to say because he's an awesome ref. Um, the winner gets to be an honorary King Enterprises member. No, I'm just going to skip that.
Well,
Uh,
there may be a role for an honorary member for a night. If we have to, I don't know, go up there against TJ Boss, maybe I'll just throw the honorary member into that match.
yeah, somebody that's going to get their ass kicked in about 2 seconds. Right. Man. Let's see here. Kyle and Disney, Pro Wrestling Union's head referee, chiming in. He said, "It was a pleasure to throw out King Enterprises at AWL."
Yeah. So he actually, I don't have evidence that is deliberate, but he actually cost Luca Daniels the Carolina championship, the Pro Wrestling Union's Carolina title.
And
So
it's interesting because he is Pro Wrestling Union's head referee. So that's a
exactly.
very different thing. Uh, that is crazy. Chiming in from Virginia, it's Wesley Flasky. He said, "Mike and Ron, what is up? Oh, not much, man. Just shooting a breeze. How are you?"
That man right there has a huge collection of collectibles and coins. It's very nice. Impressive.
Yes, yes, and he is a diehard wrestling fan. He's got a passion for the business. Um, when he hits me up to ask me if I know any referees in the Virginia area, because I'm from that area, I'm like, brother, I can hook you up with some people, but I don't know anybody up there. I know like 3 to 5 people in the wrestling business up that way. That's it. Um, so is there? Let's see, what is this? You could lay back. I am laid back, bro. I'm in a recliner. This is what I do. This is how I conduct the show. What are you talking about? The only thing, look, you want me to turn on the massager? I can run the massage chair right here. It's good. I don't have to do anything. Um, let's see. I love Frost and Furious so much. Michael King and Pony Boy and Squeaks and Chris James. Yes. Let's see here. Appreciate the plug, Mr. King. A pleasure as always. Let's see. Mike don't like tacos. This slightly bothered Brino Royce.
All right. It's not that I don't like tacos. It's I don't like Mexican food. All right. I don't care if it's a restaurant, a fast food joint, grandma's backyard. I don't like Mexican food. They screw up rice. All right. So for that reason, I'm out. You know what else I don't like? I don't like chocolate. I don't like chocolate cake. I don't like chocolate ice cream. I don't like fudge, and I don't like brownie. So you want to bring all that stuff over to my house? It's going right into the garbage. In fact, I can tell you a story about a time I was in a restaurant on a first and last date because I ordered a strawberry sundae and there was chocolate in it. And my response was, what kind of an idiot puts chocolate in a strawberry sundae? My date didn't take too kindly to it. The waiter didn't take too kindly to it. But I had to repeat the question 3 times before he finally just took it away and shut up. So yeah, that's what I don't like.
As far as chocolate goes, dark chocolate, I'm better with. White chocolate is like the worst invention on the planet. It's an abomination. That shit is nasty. Um, and then he goes, "Thanks, guy. It was Mike's question that made me ask you." Yeah, I'm aware. That's why I brought it up. There's this thing called subtlety or tact. Um, yeah, somebody get this kid a shovel. Oh, let's see here. Oh, Tim Enlow said, "Oh, so no rice cakes."
No, no rice cakes. That also ruins rice. That's like really cheap, tasteless Rice Krispie treats.
Right, I agree. Cole said, "I don't care for chocolate or most sweets, so I feel you there."
See, I always knew there was a subtle genius about Cole Maccabee.
There's a lot of genius about Cole Maccabee. There really
He hides
is.
it well. He just does this. He does this little demeanor. I'm a calm, smooth individual that just kind of like goes along, but underneath it all, he has this machination going on in his head where, I bet you he's already figured out how to cheat 3 other people out of their belts at Pro Wrestling Union. I bet he already has that planned out.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got at their next show in September, you got Chase having to, do his thing with the title because he's out on medical for the remainder.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. We will definitely see who's there. Let's see here.
Yeah, he still owes us information on who we're going to match up against in September. September 10th, Pro Wrestling Union.
So I believe that on that show, I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be learning something about that sometime soon. Let's see here. I may have something here. Let me see if this is the right one. As a matter of fact, it is. Look there. This Thursday night, Indie Spotlight. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. And Pro Wrestling Union is listed here. And my guest this week, as a matter of fact, just so happens to be Mr. Cole Maccabee. So you may get your answer sooner than later.
Personally, I think he owes us for what happened with Luka Daniels and the questionable refereeing. And so I think we should be able to have some say in who our opponent is. That's what I think.
I don't know, that's a whole nother ball game. But Timothy was saying here, Wesley, I'll travel if you will pay. I heard he's the man. We've talked and never met. Guys, I'm taking a flight out to Spartanburg. I'm just waiting for the best weekend, so somebody let me know what's going on. Brother, we will let you know. Let's see here. Cole said, I'm sorry Luka lost to Dion. Well, Luka's probably more marketable than Dion. So yeah, your business may be sorry. Your ticket sales might be sorry. I don't know. Oh man. And I can't think of this girl's name. Nikki? Isn't Nikki her name?
She has multiple names.
Brianne's her name.
Brianna.
Yeah, Brianna.
She did go from Brianna, and then she did the Nikki Breeze.
Okay.
Yeah, I met her back in October at the Piedmont Fair. I came out with Brino and AJ, did my spiel, and we were walking around, and she was cheering us. Nobody else was, because the number of geniuses compared to morons is, there's a lot less geniuses. So she was the one cheering, and that clued me into who the genius was in that crowd. So I went over, said hello, told her that she was my favorite fan there, and she's been on board ever since.
There we go. Let's see. Like I said, I have a feeling Thursday we're going to be learning a lot about that, as well as the upcoming CPW show. So you've got. Let's get there. From where we are now.
There's a lot coming up. I mean, you got August 27th with High Velocity Wrestling, and
Yep.
September 10th with Cole McAfee at Pro Wrestling Union.
We've got
And
August 7th with Pro Wrestling Savage.
August 8th, Pro Wrestling Savage. Isn't it the 8th? Saturday's the 8th?
Sunday's the
Sunday.
7th.
Okay,
Right?
I could be wrong. I thought it was the 8th.
No, Sunday's the 7th. Today is the 2nd.
Okay.
And
So
it's
yeah,
Tuesday.
Sunday,
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling Savage, and then all the way down to September 24th with
CPW Classic Pro Wrestling
absolutely at the Pavilion.
at Welford Pavilion. Yep. But there's 2 shows in September for Pro Wrestling Union. There's the 10th and the 17th. And there's a September 17th Pro Wrestling Savage show.
So you know
Then
more than
there's-
me.
Yeah, I'd have to go get my calendar out of my travel bag. That's why I have it. That's why I have the calendar. Oh, and I think we can add September the 30, September 30th as well. There's going to be His Pro Wrestling right there. They're taking the month of August off and coming back September 30th.
All right.
Yep. I just found that out about 3 hours ago. I got the final notification of that 3 hours ago. Because we're always got to be working, right? So we're scheduling a meeting for that organization to try to sweeten the pot, better serve everybody, the community and all.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just reach out.
Will do. Oh, I have a feeling you and I are going to have a whole lot more interesting conversations in the next couple of years anyway. So
Yeah.
let's see here.
I'll be around even if I'm not.
That's right. A lot of big wrestling from now until September. Man, there's a lot of big wrestling planned for all of 2023 too. I honestly do have a calendar that's got dates in it up until 2023. So I think 2023 is actually booked already, at least for one company. Yeah. Hey, look, man, when you got guys that are serious about this and they plan ahead and announce everything in advance, it's because they don't want any conflicting dates with other companies. They want to try to make sure, hey, guys, look, here's my stuff out in the beginning, in the forefront. We know this. So now there'll be no conflict throughout the remainder of it. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Cole McAfee said the Carolinas are on fire with good wrestling events. Yes, they are. The Carolinas, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, all over the East.
Florida is a place that I'm wanting to reach out to. Florida is really long, but I'd like to see what's available maybe down into Orlando, Tampa, maybe Jacksonville.
So from, about where I passed Daytona, I never heard anything about wrestling from Daytona on south.
Yeah, so South Florida is a completely different country than the rest of Florida, and the rest of Florida is really a different country from the United States.
Right. So if we need to go straight down to all the way down to the bottom of it in my book. So here's the thing. There's nothing going on down there, right? So if it was me, Keys Championship Wrestling, KCW,
Mm-hmm.
and you run the circuit. You hit Key West, Marathon, Key Largo, take a week off, start over again. 1, 2, 3, take a week. 1, 2, 3, take a week. Man, you clean up. There's nobody running down there.
Maybe, or maybe
Open
there's
market.
a reason nobody's running.
Look, it's hotter than hell. That much I know. You better be inside in an air conditioning building. That's for damn sure. But
I'm gonna book that one match with the two people who pissed me off as an outdoor on the beach in the sand match.
oh god. All right. Medics on standby. Thanks. Yep. Ice baths and Gatorade in the IV, bitch. Gatorade. Yeah. That is how it's going to have to go. There's no way. That's unless you do that stuff in January when it's cold, or they get down to about 70 in
Right.
January. But no, like I was just no. You can walk around for about 3 hours and you're done.
Yeah, my parental units live down in Florida, so I go down there
Oh, gotcha.
annually.
Let's see here. Need to message me to get me on the show. Yes, I'm going to get you on. Let me check on my guest for the 11th. If they do not respond, I'll actually hit y'all up about being on. That's the Thursday night show. This is the King Enterprises show. This is a different show.
show.
Yeah. That is Matt Burns from Terror. What? Jesus, I can't even remember their name. It was Terra Inc. or something. They were badass. They're extremely They really do fit with that North Carolina crowd. I'll put it that way. The Terror Kings. The Terror Kings. That was yes, they fit so well with the North Carolina crowd. It's not even funny because they are brutal as shit, and I love it. It is fantastic to watch it. The Terror Kings and King Enterprises.
Well, we'd have to have a battle. They need to change their last name.
There you go. Let's see here. Yes, I did find that Damian Wayne was working for some indie promotion down here. Yeah, I saw that. Let's see here. No beach shows. I would hope not. I don't want to do that. Brino, the Rolls Royce of wrestling has arrived. Needs some more art up, Mike.
Yeah, he's looking at my background. I'm in a company supplied condo, and so the artwork's on them. I'm putting my funding elsewhere. For instance, you can expect to have an opportunity in the near future to buy King Enterprises Slam Buddies.
Oh,
There
that's
will be
cool.
5 in the collection. There will be AJ Frost. There will be Luke Fury. There will be Luca Daniels. There will be Brina Royce. And there will be the Asian sensation, Michael King. That is going to be the inaugural set of Slam Buddies for King Enterprises. So if you are interested, speak up now, because I'm not going to get a lot of them. All right. I'm not going to get a lot of them. There's going to be 5 to a set, and we're going to have maybe 10 sets per member. So 50 sets. So 50, we might fit. So I'll have 10 of me, right? But there's only going to be 50 Slam Buddies. So if you wanted the whole set, you're going to have only 10 opportunities to get a set.
Yep. All right. Well, put me down for one. There you go. See, look. All right. So now it's 9. It's 9 sets to the rest of you out there. I got consigliaries rights. That is cool though. That is cool. But yeah, I said Terror Kings. I was sitting here looking at it. I'm like, I'm sitting here trying to flip through my notepad from 3 years ago when I introduced them. And I'm like, yeah, they were the Terror Kings. And then Cole and Travis both corrected me on that. Let's see here. Gary Benfield said that's awesome. It is awesome. What is this? Mike, I literally have a box of doubles I'd like to give for a good cause. Only thing I want is a Mike King and Ron Emerson. A what? What do you want?
Yeah, clarify.
Yeah, I see you have his name and my name, but what do you want? We want an autograph picture?
I
Figure.
actually have some leftover pictures somewhere that I could autograph and send out.
A figure. He wants an action
action
figure made.
I looked into action figures and priced them out, and unless you're ordering 1,000,000, they're really not that cost effective.
I can guarantee you that. And ordering 1,000,000, you have to. Yeah, no, that's just. There's a lot to that. Mm-mm. Oh man, he said, "I'm joking. Tell me where to send it. I've got 3 boxes full right now." Good lord, dude, turn around and sell it to buy more stuff you don't have. That would be what I would do. That's exactly how I would handle that situation. You got too much shit for your collection that you got doubles. Turn around and sell the extras on eBay or Facebook, and there you go.
He does, but he's also a kind, generous, and noble soul, and he likes to bless his friends with gifts.
I get that, and that's cool. But I'm looking at it as I look at everything like a business. That's the way I look at it. Let's see here. Slam buddies would be a good item. Kids love them. My kid has a couple. They play with them a good bit. Yeah, exactly. Um, and then Wesley said, since my wife passed, I'm doing okay money wise. Well, that's a hell of a unfortunate way to have it. We are sorry for your loss, brother.
So on the Slam Buddies, I have a hunch there's only going to be 4 because I think everybody's going to want to keep one of their own for themselves.
Yeah.
So I think I think you're going to have to inbox us or something like that, and maybe we have to auction them off as a set or something along those lines, because it's going to be very limited. And I'm hoping to get them in by November, in time for Christmas. It takes a while, and
Yeah.
they're about to get slammed also. So
Oh yeah. How now were they cost effective or no?
I think they are. When we buy 50 of them, they're cost effective. If you buy one, not so much.
Gotcha. And the resale value on them's got to be pretty decent.
Yeah, so they're not going to be cheap. I mean, you're not going to get a Slam Buddy for $3.99 through the independent wrestling channels, So I haven't set a price on them yet. We'll do that later.
Right. Let's see here. Gary Benfield, Michael King, hit me up after the show.
I will do that, sir.
There you go. Let's see here. Missy Childers said, that's cool, right? I think it's cool too. And then Cole said, buying in bulk is usually best. Yep.
Yeah.
And
it's
I also, oh, go ahead.
Well, buying in bulk is the best, but it's also the risk because now you're carrying inventory. And whenever you're carrying inventory, it's money that you don't have access to. And it gives you the chance, if you don't sell it, then you've lost money, which, is why outside of the Southeast, I like the online stores. It seems in the Southeast, people don't like to buy online. They like to be more impulsive shoppers and just buy at the shows and that type of thing. It's a little bit challenging for us because we don't usually have a designated person that we use to sell merchandise at a show. And when you have people like an AJ Frost, who is great in the ring, not so great with people. If he's out there at a gimmick table, he sometimes gets accosted by we can't call them fans because they don't like them. All right. And so then we have to have our own security people around our table. And then when there's security around the table, then people don't like to go to that table because the security is there. And so it's difficult. So we try to push online. And we are updating our online store right now. And hopefully we will have that new and improved by the end of this week.
Right. Well, I mean, you could have, you don't have to have the wrestlers themselves selling their merch. You could have somebody do it. And then you have Tiny Joe standing there with that person. And because I guarantee you, there is nobody going to cause a scene with Tiny Joe standing there at the money box like this, because it's just not happening.
Absolutely correct. But we work in so many different places on the same night.
Yeah.
That I need that many different people. And some people can have their wives sit at the table, but not all of my guys have wives. So it gets a little bit more challenging in that regard.
Right. Let's see here. Tim Enlow said, and if you get King Enterprises Slam Buddies, you can put them in a screen around a table, because why would you hurt the biggest business that brings in the business? Right? Missy said, but you will sell out. Yes, you will sell out. She wrote sale, but I said sell.
If there's a demand for it, and there's certain things I'm thinking about is maybe autographing the inaugural set and selling them. If there's a huge demand, then we can put in an order and buy more. I'm hoping there's a huge demand, and it's not all about just making money, but I like to make people happy. Believe it or not, I like to make people happy. When I say people, I mean AJ Frost, Brino Royce, Luca Daniels, Luke Fury, Ron Emerson. That's what I mean. So it's about them making money and building up our follower base. And I don't want to have too much stuff available. I want our stuff to have value from scarcity.
Right. Now, Wesley said, love you guys. Mike, send me a link to your show. I probably got, without exaggerating, 70 to 100 loose figures, so something could be done with that. Absolutely tell me where to send them.
All right. I'll message you. I'll message you, Wesley.
And you get a designated goods and services person for the show. That's it. But yet again, you're going to have multiple for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you got to have one for each thing.
I have to trust them. I have to.
Yes. Yep. Let's see. Right on, brother. You too. Let's see here. Tim also said, I still haven't got paid. Hoss, you still haven't got me my pictures. I don't know what you're talking about yet. I can't help you. I have checked my email. I've checked my text messages. I have checked carrier pigeon and the snail mail, and there have been no pictures nowhere. So I don't know what you're talking about. Missy Childress with the slash cry on there. I'm not sure what she's crying about.
She probably misses me. I'm just in that high demand.
It's either that or, maybe she wants to be the salesperson for you. I don't know.
Yeah, well, she has this husband who does not get along with AJ Frost at the moment. So maybe she wouldn't be the right person for that.
Oh, man.
Or then again, maybe she'd be the perfect person for it. I'll have to think on that one. I will definitely put some thought to that one.
Right. I love how you do is don't bite your tongue for anyone. No, I don't. I would rather be hated for what I am than liked for something I'm not. And by all intents and purposes, I intend to live and die by that moniker.
I'll be loved or hated, but I will not be ignored.
Oh, even all the hate I get, you know you're doing it right when, oh, watch, hey, you know how you own the rights to the music at the beginning of this? Yeah, it'll get flagged again. Just like my show that was bought and paid for, it get flagged twice. This week alone, twice in the last 36 hours. I'm like, are you smoking crack?
I do understand that because you a lot of this stuff is pieced from other places that a hire person to do the music and they get pieces from different places and put it together, and they have the rights to it and they sell the rights to me, right? So they buy the rights, put it together to make something fresh and new. They own that. They sell it to me. I own the rights. But the algorithms that Facebook and has will pick up on something and just flag it no matter what, even if it's just a sample of something else. So you actually have to get something, I thought about just hiring a band and doing a whole song. We'll just write something, compose it, and do that whole song just for King Enterprises.
Yeah. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Oh, here we go. Also, Mike speaks so eloquently. How can you get upset with the man? He's a genius and he's a pretty cool cat. Yeah. Let's see here. I have a husband and nobody likes him. Yeah. I don't have I've got nothing but respect for CTA. I'm going to tell you that flat out. The conversations him and I have had, not always the best conversations, but they're important and they're meaningful. And that's the type of conversations that need to be had. You know what I mean? And the one thing I do like about him, I asked him a question and he looked at me like I was a prick. And I had to explain to him, I'm like, look, I'm just asking for me to know, not because I have any interest in it. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, here's what happened. I told the dumb son of a bitch what to do, and he didn't listen. I'm like, great. That's all I needed to know. I figured he was in the right, and the other guy was wrong. And I was right, and the other guy was definitely wrong. So that's all that mattered. I'm like, great. That's all I wanted to know was what, I wanted to hear it from him. And he had no problem telling me. He just kind of looked at me like I was an asshole in the beginning. Well, I am an asshole, but still, I was a little, I didn't want to make him mad because he's big and I'm not. So there's that. Let's see here. My plate is slowly getting full, but I got you on next show. When the hell's the show? I don't know when that is. The next one we're going to be at together?
September 30th?
Maybe. I don't know, dude. I see Tim around, but I haven't seen Tim in a while. Either way. Let's see here. Tell Mike I'm having a nice Pinot. I can't read that.
Grigio. Yeah, okay. It's a unique grape. Typically made in Italy, at least the good stuff. It's a white wine. It's not super sweet. It's more of a kind of a tart white wine than a sweet wine. I like it. We've talked wine.
Oh, okay. See, when it comes to wine, if we're not talking about Boone's Farm or Arbor Mist, I'm kind of out the conversation.
Yeah, I grew up. I used to be poor, just didn't like it, decided not to be anymore.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to do with poor. I can just remember I did a really stupid amount of driving one weekend and then caught a flight back, and I had to drive some more to get to my house. Yeah, one of those occasions where you drive till you can't, take a flight, then drive some more to go home. I remember exactly stopping at the liquor store a block from my house, and I was like, oh, they have, Snow Creek Berry or whatever it was from Boone's Farm. I went and grabbed that, walk through the door, kick the tub on. I'm like, I've got my evening set. So here we go. I know how to relax.
In the infantry, when I was in the Army, Boone's Farm and Mad Dog was the staple because that's what we could afford. And on payday, you might be able to upgrade to a bottle of Bacardi.
Ugh. 151 maybe. 151 maybe. Wasn't not a big stock Bacardi fan.
It didn't really matter because none of us were stock Mad Dog fans either. It was just
Oh,
cheap and got the job done.
Oh, let's catch up on some comments because we just had an interesting one here. Cole said, "I like him all right. I just don't want to get in the ring with him." Talking about Chris Thunder Anderson. Tim Enlow said, "Yeah, if that show or since I'm mobile now, we can schedule a photo shoot." No, dude, I'm talking about the pictures you already have of me. I'm talking about the ones from the past, not the ones that you're going to get in the future. Because I have a feeling you're going to be seeing me, in a bunch of different places. Let's see here. Chad Barlett from the White Claw Outlaws has chimed in to say Boone's Farm would be an army beverage.
Oh, that's awesome
would
coming
have.
from the bitch beer guy.
Oh, he drinks IPA? Oh, no, he drinks White Claw. That's right. My bad.
Yeah, Boone's Farm, Mad Dog, Colt 45. If it was cheap, us infantry guys drank it.
Yeah. But let's see here. Chad Barlett, strangely enough, there was a conversation between Chad Barlett and Riddick and myself. And they never got back to me. I told them I would waive my fee to bring them on air and let them have a conversation. So, gentlemen, at least you, seeing as you're here, and I use that term gentleman loosely, Chad. Are you interested in coming on air on the 11th? Because if not, I got somebody knocking on the door who wants it.
Well,
oh, he was a Navy corpsman, so I have to rib the Army guy. Well, that's cool.
all right. So here, how about this, Chad? I was a crypto tech in the Navy, Russian linguist as well. So I know what it's like. I do appreciate my corpsmen and medics. So thank you, sir, for your service and for your medical services. So in the infantry, we call people POGs, and it means personnel other than grunt. And it's pretty in our world, it's a demeaning thing. Oh, you're just a POG. Get out of here. The only job that did not get called a POG was the medics. In the infantry, our medics was marching in the woods with us. They were doing all that same physical labor as us, and they're carrying their gear like we do, but also the medical bags. And when we're hurt and they're tired, they tend to the wounded. So we have the utmost respect for our medics in the Navy. They call them corpsmen. The Marine Corps uses the Navy corpsmen for their services as well. So I have nothing but respect for our medics and corpsmen. So
right.
Props to you, but I still think you should still sell shirts that says "Bitch Beer Boys."
Man, I mean, it is what it is. I've never drank the shit, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, honestly, I have not either. I've just seen it. My only experience with White Claw is seeing cans smashed over a wrestler's head. Well, they were full at the time. They weren't afterwards. So that's been my experience with White Claw.
Oh, I thought that was Twisted Teas at the show I was at.
No, it was White Claw at the show I was at. You could ask James Roberts about that one.
Oh, okay. Will do. Yeah, we saw the Twisted Tea bath in Atlanta during their whatever the hell that was at the end of it. Cole Maccabee chimed in. You can keep your Mad Dog, Boone's Farm, Pinots, and White Claws. Give me an old fashioned or 12-year-old Scotch on the rocks. I'll be set.
I am an advocate for Scotch and Irish whiskey. So I have actually Yellow Spot here. It's a 12-year-old Irish whiskey. I'm a big bourbon fan. So, Cole, maybe you and I should have cigars and drink sometime.
I'm preferably a Crown Royal person, but I will drink Crown pretty much any time. There's an old saying that I normally use, and I only drink two types of beers: the kind you buy and the kind I buy. But uh, if I'm drinking for taste and preference, I'm drinking Stella, and if I'm drinking on the cheap, I'm grabbing Bud Light. And
Hmm.
even then, I'd prefer it to be from Maryland, where I can get it in a 10-ounce can. It's brewed with different water, and it tastes way better.
Uh, I don't drink out of a can.
Okay.
I'm weird. What can I say?
All right. Now, let's clarify that. Let's unpackage that.
Hmm.
So if I open the can and pour it into a glass, you'll drink it then?
Nope, it came out of a can.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not okay. That's not okay. You're gonna if I get a suitcase from up there in the north, you'll have to break your promise there.
I'll try it for you, Ron. I'll
There
try
you
it
go.
for the
See,
consigliere.
that's right. Oh man, only draft. Hey, look, I like draft beer too. When I was younger though, that shit used to hurt my stomach. I don't know. Draft
Draft
beer used to
beer
tear my
bottles.
stomach up.
For beer, if I'm rolling every day, I'm going with Mick Ultra.
I had some here in the house, and I went through it like it was water because that's how it tasted. Um,
But that'd be
it didn't
Coors Light.
didn't have any, oh
The,
god no.
the commercial I'd make for Coors Light is like, oh my God, somebody put beer in my water.
Tap the Rockies, right? Man, let's see. I don't need no chilled bottle of Pinot, whatever it was. Let's see.
Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, that I don't need that. Let's see. They're in a folder. I'll get them tonight too. Awesome. Appreciate it, man. Let's see here. Wesley Flashy, get some drunk quick. Let's see here. Did you notice that Chad Barlett like completely stopped responding now? I bring up being on the show on the 11th, and all of a sudden it's nothing. It's like the White Claw Outlaws disappeared. Gonna have to turn them to the Blue Ball Outlaws. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I started saying nice things about him and he left. Now we know how to get rid of him.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I've said it to one other person. One other person. I want the battle of the beverages. Okay, I want the White Claw Outlaws versus Whiskey Business, and I want it in the worst way because I think that would be a fantastic freaking match. That's why I want it.
So what? The loser has to drink the other person's beverage?
No, 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 no. I don't care about that. I just want to call it the Battle of the Beverages one time. As an
The
announcer,
booze
think
battle.
about how funny that would be.
Yeah.
As a ring announcer, you get in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Battle of the Beverages. The crowd's going to look at you like you're special. And, I'm like, that's right. It is special. But we got the White Claw Outlaws versus Whiskey Business. That is a match I want to see.
All right. We'll just end up in a double DQ because of the sneak attack by the Cuervo cousins in the end.
Oh,
Beat
God.
'em up.
Oh, God. No, some cowboy will ride in on a Clydesdale and kick him. The Budweiser ponies will be in here. Let's see here. This is awesome, Mike. Love the stories. Glad you made it home, brother. Thank you for your service. Wesley was thanking you for your service.
Oh yeah, you're worth it.
Yep. See here. Got a bottle of Highland single malt.
Highland single malt. It's just okay. I have to go this direction here real quick. All right.
Go ahead.
I can't help but to respect a man who uses the word splendid. All right. I spend a fair amount of time trying to figure out ways to dislike Cole Maccabee, and then he just throws things out there like splendid, and I have to like him all over again. So he's a conundrum to me.
He definitely is. Let's see. Double count out because they're all at the bar. I mean, I think it. I'm saying it because I think it'd be a good match. I mean, Whiskey Business is Braden Marshall and Johnny Ryder. Um, and then you've got, the White Claw Outlaws, Marlette and Riddick, I think is the kid's name. Is it Riddick or Riley? I think it's Riddick. I think I'm right. Yeah, AC Riddick or Riddick. Something. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's the White Claw Outlaws anyway. Um, the size advantage goes to Whiskey Business. The speed advantage goes to the White Claws, but the White Claws are bruisers just as bad as they are. So it's a brawler's paradise in my book.
Yeah, I guess the one who's most clever will win.
And then yet again, you got another toss up there. I don't know. One of them spends an awful lot of time working with control your narrative, actually.
Yep.
Either way, man. Let's see. Beer Money, Cowboy James Storm, and Bobby Roode. What? I don't understand. I didn't understand what he said. But anyway. Well, man, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I think we kind of covered the basics of on a hit, Frost and Furious. We covered that at the beginning. We talked about the backpack results. We talked about the Slam Buddies. We talked about shows that's coming up where you can see King Enterprises. So I think we've covered everything.
Gotcha. We will have to set up another time to do another one of these, and hopefully we get some of your guys on. I know Brino is about. Is he doing his next month releases yet, or I don't know where we are with that.
So we'll have them out soon. All right. So we know that he's at Pro Wrestling Savage on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then he will be. I know for certain he'll be at High Velocity Wrestling August 27th, and he will be at the Pro Wrestling Union event September 10th. And Luca Daniels will be there as well. So that's going to be a great show. You'll get half my team there right there.
Yep.
We did have permission, since I can't be there August 27th at High Velocity Wrestling. AJ Frost will accompany Brino Royce at that time.
Oh, very cool. That is very cool. I look forward to being there.
So let's plan to do this one more time. Definitely, let's shoot for something when I'm in town. We'll just have a good time with it. Doesn't have to be anything formal. And we'll kidnap AJ. We'll bring him to a room. We'll throw the hood on him and everything. Bring him into the room. Get the show going. We'll pull the hood off, and he'll just be forced to be in this in this podcast and answer questions. I think as soon as you ask him that first question, he'll relax and everything will be just fine. But
yeah, I mean, here's the thing, dude. The podcast looks just like the cigar session we had in my book. That's the way I look at it. It's a bullshit session. We're just here shooting a breeze. Does work get done? Of course work gets done. Work gets done doing anything. Anything can be constructive if you let it be constructive. But at any rate, man, Wesley did ask, where's Bill Hazelwood on vacation? No, he's probably in the bed.
He's practicing his promo for the next contest.
Well, he's getting, honestly, dude, no, he's probably getting ready.
I guess it's 9:30 your time, huh?
It is 9:30, but he's getting ready for the gathering because he is the announcer and like the guy for the whole thing. He's the one to know for the whole show. But either way, boss, it was great speaking with you. So thank you for taking the time to jump on here.
Hey, it's always a pleasure talking with you, Ron.
Of course. Folks, all of you that tuned in for the last 90 minutes, thank you all. We will see you Thursday for Thursday night Indie Spotlight. We'll see you this weekend at the Gathering Pro Wrestling Savage. At some point in time, or various points in time, you'll have episodes of the Wrestling Wire thrown in there as well. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, next Tuesday, we have the Roundtable Rumble. All the local podcasters getting together. One show. That's going to be big shit right there. May even have some new people showing up into that.
I might have to start a podcast just so I can get into that.
Well, you're not local though. That's the problem. You're not local right now. You know, you kind of taking me out. But then again, we got the guy from the UK that joins us. But he's on a show that's based here locally too. So, but yeah, we are all set, man.
All right.
Thank you guys very much for attending. We will catch you next time.
Peace be the journey.
Thanks again, folks.